The following is an over-dramatization of real events that pertains to the overall presentation. The footage was recorded using Halo 3.
Well, it seems Max is up next for his presentation. Please come to the front of the room and share what you've done.
So, for my self-change project, I noticed my grades had been slipping a tiny bit, and I had to do something about it.
Well, that should wrap things up for today. Does anyone have any questions before you leave? Yes, James?
I didn't have class on Monday. Did I miss anything important?
Well, I'll see everyone next Monday.
Let's go play bananas!
Let's go play some darts! Woo! See you on Monday, teacher!
Except you, Max. Can we talk for a second?
Yes, Professor?
I've been looking at your recent grades, and it doesn't seem you've been doing too well in my class. Is there any particular reason?
Yeah, I haven't really been able to make a good study schedule for myself.
Well, you have some time before your next exam to make up for it. Why don't you work on a study schedule? We're doing the self-change project after all, so this might be a good opportunity to improve your studies.
Sure. I'll get started. Thanks, Professor. So I decided to focus on creating a study schedule for myself. I headed home after class and talked with my parents about what I had to do, and they helped me come up with a schedule for me to follow. I decided to study 12 hours a week for 3 weeks. 2 hours on Monday, 4 hours on Tuesday, 2 hours on Wednesday, and 4 hours on Thursday. I believed it fit the SMART goal criteria because it allowed me to space out my studying to a reasonable amount of time for those days. Meanwhile, I also had to go to another location on the weekends for a film I auditioned and got the part for, so I couldn't really study during that time. My main obstacle would have to be video games and social media. I had to limit myself on how much I would be able to access social media and private messaging apps like Discord. That meant spending fewer hours talking to friends online and more hours trying to work on studying or working on schoolwork. I did my best to follow the schedule I set for myself, but in reality, it didn't go as I wanted it to. I ended up studying less than I originally intended due to sudden real-life events and a reshoot I had to go to on one of the Wednesdays. If I were to do something differently for myself, I would have set my study time during a different time of the week, and I would have probably decreased the overall time from 12 hours to something like 8 or 6. 12 hours ended up being unattainable due to things going on at home and during the making of the film I'm in, and things ended up being more out of order than I wanted. So, in the end, I didn't meet my goal, but at the same time, I have a feeling that I can do much better in the future if I do this ever again. In the future, I could be more prepared and take precautions depending on whatever situation is going on, and that way I could have worked around that situation and still had time to study.
That was astronomical! Oh my God! That's what I'm talking about! My mind has been blown!